first one, drywall, with a screwdriver you could just push this through, force that through. Alternatively, same method going that way, coax bolt, same size as the plug, use a hammer and you could knock that through. Both of those methods may create a bit of damage. Next method, pop a screw in. With a block of wood, with a hole drilled in, I've just taped a washer just to give the wood strength on this side. You could pop that over the face. With a pair of pliers, you could pull that. Might be quite difficult depending on how strong you are. Or claw hammer. Lever that out. With the claw hammer, this will be drawn at an angle. It's not going to come straight out, it's going to be drawn out, so it could cause more damage. Third method is remove the screw. And with a drill, you could drill this out. If it's drywall, piece of plastic, hollow plastic, I've got exactly the same depth as the thickness of the board. I could drill that out safely. Fourth way, take your block, put that over the hole, and I've got a nut and bolt with a washer, got a Phillips head. Screw that in so it goes all the way. Now with a spanner I could just hold this end and just wind the nut down. If it starts to move, just grip the end. Okay, that's as far as I can wind it now. It started to loosen off, so just back this nut off. So that's drawn it out. It's all the way out there now, and that should be a lot easier just to grip hold of. Just tap that last little bit. Easy. A little bit of paint come off there, but no problem. Seal that with a little bit of water, PVA diluted, and fill it. Not a problem. When this plug was put in, this was actually put in using filler, so there was virtually a whole loose plug, so plug went back in, wet filler, which gripped it, it's held it quite a lot, so probably did create a little bit more damage there. This one was just drilled and pushed in. With this one I'll use the claw hammer. So not too bad. Again, it will create a certain amount of damage, but it's not going to split out all the way using the block. Four ways of removing the plugs, and the last method I used on this, the fourth method, takes a lot less strain, not having to pull too much, again if you've not got that strength. But just a bit of filler now. If you did want to push one of these plugs through, you have a plastic collar which you'd have to knock off with a sharp filling blade or scraper, cut it off, allowing you to push it through. If you were wanting to use a screw and a pair of pliers to pull this out, the idea of these plugs, when you put your screw in all the way, they expand, making it more difficult to get out. If you use a screw, use something with a heavy thread. You don't have to put too far in, but it'll grip the plastic, allowing you to draw it out. Using that block will help prevent the splitting. Using that method, there's a lot of force you're applying, pulling back. That's okay if you're on ground level. If you're on a pair of step ladders, you'd want to be safe. Angle your ladders so if you're pulling with pliers, you're not going to fall off or tip over. Using the claw hammer on a pair of ladders is a lot safer because you're not pulling too much. Using the force of the handle, leverage. When you do that, if you want it to come straight, just keep readjusting. Don't just draw it out in one action. Draw it out a certain amount and then regain grip again. Just keep going back in closer, drawing it as straight as possible. Using the claw hammer and block, or this extractor and block, the spanner, both perfect for working on heights, up ladders, on your steps, and also work well on hard wall. Drywall, again, you can have problems. Sometimes it can be easier just to drill it. Just drill the plug and then just push the remainder through to fill. If you are doing it that way, start the drill off before you go to the plug. Get it rotating at full speed because you're only chewing that plastic out just to get some filler in.